Now I will show you a couple of more problems from the first chapter. So for example, if I start create a new standard part. So for example, I'll show part number 1.4. So all I will do, I will create rectangular shape. I like to start from the center, so you can always go to Tools, Application Options. Make sure you turn on the coordinate system indicator, because then it can snap to that. Okay, so now I like to add my dimensions. So you see it's under Sketch, Dimension, left click. I put here 1.5, middle mouse click twice. Then I put my height 1.25. And then extrude this, middle mouse click twice, extrude by, oh, I don't know why I open. So extrude by, doesn't actually tells me, it tells me partially. 1.125, 1.125, there. So then I will remove the one on the side. So you see, all I do is make one rectangular shape here in the corner. And then you can dimension from here to the bottom 0.25. And the other one here will be 0.5. So this is called machinist block approach. So you see, I want to cut. This will be a milling operation. I want to remove this rectangular shape. So imagine if I would be doing milling, I'm flipping this on the other side, and I can say here depth is through all, and I just cut part of that block. Then I can do another sketch on this plane from above, and I do similar thing by drawing small rectangular shape in this area, and then I will say this is 0.75. Look, if I put this in 3D, middle mouse click, you can see what I'm actually doing. And then the other one will be 0.5. So I can just click on two lines, left, left, and in the middle, 0.5. And then I will extrude this through all. So I'm saying cut, you see output Boolean, cut there, and I'm doing here behavior through all. So, you know, when you want to define cut, this is what you select, and through all will be your depth. But you of course need to select profile. So I selected my rectangular shape, and from sketch plane, this sketch plane will be this plane here. And when you say profile, profile will be whatever rectangular shape is. This is a profile. And then when you say cut, that means I'm removing this. And this is telling you direction of this vector. And distance A means depth. This is the depth, what you're doing there. Okay, so if I clear all the drawings and I can finish this, and then all I have to do is to do one on the side. They're cutting. I'm just checking what kind of information they give me for this line, so I can know how I do that. So all I do is I go from a side, and again, I can use my trick. I can draw that line, and I can say, okay, you will be here. Sorry, where is it? No, collinear. Collinear. Coincident. Okay, you go on this line and you go on this line, and then I just add two lines there because this has to be. Let me check. I don't know if I try to cut. No, it thinks the big one. So I kind of need to hide these yellow ones. You see, I need to convert them to construction geometry here. And then I need to add two lines. So I'm going here to the corner and from there over there. So now I have this triangular shape and I just need to figure out what are the numbers. So from here to here, this is 0.75 and the height is up to, not really, from up to here, again 0.5. Okay, so, but this could be done way easier than this. So you see, one option is just do this. I had to work a little bit until I figure out all the thing and do that. You see, by triangle, but there was easier option for this feature. Let me show you that quickly. Look, I'm just going backwards. All this trouble back right there. So I don't really need to do the sketch for this thing. I'll delete. I can do chamfer. That's way easier. You see chamfer, and if I say my chamfer is 0.75, you see there, I can just click here and there you go. It's cutting the triangular shape 0.75. So it's much faster and I get the same result. So in this way, I show you the chamfer option as well. Again, if you want to change the color, any color, I'm clicking on color wheel, left click to this color that we have. Again, here you see color where it's RGB. I can just go and you see define custom color. You can pick any color. So like I can put this lilac color or any, and then you can click on the home. It will put it there how you want it. You see, my current is visual style technical illustration, for example, and I can say file. I need to save this. This is problem 14. Put my name, the course number. Okay, and now I want to export this as an image. You can text it to your friend. Okay, this is my 3D model. Or you can save this, export as a PDF. There you go. So, and I can also go here, create another part. So, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to make another part. I want to make a new file, new drawing. And again, it will give me that big drawing. So I want to make it smaller. So yeah, this is the one that I want. So it now, you see, it doesn't know that I want to make it from this. So I'm going back to my part and I select this in the tree. And from there, I want to say, create me a new drawing. I mean, there's a way I can go there and make sure I'm checking. Look, if I go base, you can go here and browse and go to your part and find exactly which one you want. So you see right now my ANSI large is so small. So I'm going to sheet, edit sheet. I can switch to the B. And in ANSI large, again, the same drill. Companies, Old Dominion University. We're going Old Dominion University. Okay. You put your name. And you can put creation date. And title will be problem 14. Oops, 14. And part number, it will give you your long file name. So we can just put P14. Okay. Now I say finish. Yes. And you see, this is how my heading looks like. I'll put my base view. I think I can make it bigger. Oh, it's too big like this. Maybe two. Let's see how it works. So I can go projected, create, can do one above. I mean, you can make as many as you want. I think this one looks better because when I see hidden lines, I don't know. Maybe it's better when we see all the lines that are visible. And then the base, I need one more view. Hold on. Escape. So you select this one, projected. Yeah, I can put it there. Create. So now we have three view. That will be enough for us to dimension. And this one should be like that. So if I zoom in, I think they're kind of crowded. I need a little bit more space for dimensions. So I'm just going to try if I can move them around. So again, let's put the big ones first. Annotate. So you can put dimension horizontally in many different places. I can put it here like this. Again, let me go to manage styles editor, manage styles editor, dimension default. I want to put 3 digits. So you see I'm changing the style, the standard default ANSI. So now when I go to annotate, I can put one of these dimensions here. So I give you two options just to show you, or I can put it here. That's the same dimension. So this is called over constraining. When you have it in two different places is not good. It's just because I have more space in the lower one, I'll keep it there and I'll remove the one I have on the higher one. So then we have another maximum dimension, which you can put in this projection, and the same one will be here. That's how they're connected, okay? And I just need one. Again, I have more space here. That's why I will leave it there and I will delete this one. No other reason, really. It really doesn't matter where it is. So I'm taking it out. And now the height, again, I can put here. I can put it here. Or I can put the height here. You see, really doesn't matter. So maybe, I don't know, like any of these two locations will be good. Just put it to that one. It's kind of, and this is kind of too far. It will be usually 7 millimeters away from the part, but make sure it's similar, like distance from there. So, and now I put the 3 maximum dimensions. So if I need to make this, I really know I need 1.5 inches, but 1.1 inch and 1.1 of an inch. So I'm fine if I have. So now I have to add where are the gaps. What did I removed? So you see for this, you see we remove something here. So if you want to talk to your machinist, you can say, hey, you got to remove me this size. So if I'm dimensioning for machinist, I can say based what I'm removing. Look, I'm dimensioning that. So I'm giving information, removing that from that side. I can do the similar side here. Say, hey, can you remove me that? So, that's one approach to dimensioning. Just saying what you need removed. So for example, now it's kind of crowded. So I'm trying to put it, so that's one. Or you can make this drawing for somebody from quality control so you can measure what is left. So you see, in this way, I'm saying, please remove me that. And when they were giving me here, this, I had chamfer, like they were telling me these two dimensions. So you see, in this way, I'm telling somebody who's working in material removal what they will need to remove. So that's one way to dimension. There's not a single way to dimension anything. So look, I can like save this version, file, save as, and you see this will be more for machinist. And I can have a same part dimensioned completely differently. So I'm not focusing what is removed. I'll be focusing on what is left, what I can touch with my caliper. So I can say, okay, I can really dimension here on this side what is left like this. And from here, I can dimension what is left there. And here I can say, okay, here I can dimension that. And here I can dimension this information. And same for this triangular shape that I remove, I can just dimension the leftovers. So, when you do these assignments, there's not a single way how to do something. I just want to show you, it depends how you decide to approach this problem. So you see, and then again, if I want to add specific GD&T information, you can also add that as well. For example, we have different ways how we can, I will show you a little bit throughout the course, but for example, if I want to add any other symbols, you see datum, like sometimes in GD&T, we will say, maybe I want this datum to be extra done, that's important for me, make it really cool. And then I can say, hey, this dimension in regards to my datum A, can you make it a little bit something there so I can add more information related to what I'm going to do. So, we will be talking about that throughout the course as well. So I just want to point out to these things. And then we can say I have extra feature here, for example. You see that this specific dimension is important to me because of some reason. And I will say continue. And in my feature, I might say, I don't know, this really has to be perfectly parallel to one another and give me a tolerance for that. I don't know, I put maybe something there, and my datum will be A. I just want to show you, this is called geometrical dimensioning and tolerancing. So in this way, I'm pointing to this surface. I want to machine it perfectly, and I want to say, hey, I want this lower surface on the other side of this dimension to be perfectly parallel to this surface A. So, in Inventor, you can also add a little bit of geometrical dimensioning and tolerancing. So that's what I would like you to play with a little bit in these assignments. And in another course, in another year, you will learn more about this. So you see, this is more for somebody from quality control. And I added a little bit of GD&T information so you guys can see a little bit about that. Thank you for watching. So this was all about how to create problem 1.4. You'll learn a little bit about geometrical and dimensioning tolerancing, how to put parallelism, and you saw how you can dimension from machinist standpoint or how you can dimension from quality control standpoint.